Hi, all my Roadrunner friends. Well, I have missed reading you stories. So I worked out a plan with Mr. Linker, and I'm going to read you a story once a week. And I found the best story this weekend. I went to Barnes & Noble, and I found this book, and it was just hysterical. I thought it was so much fun. And let me share it with you. Let me share the cover with you. It is called We Don't Eat Our Classmates. This is a story about making friends at school, and I know all of you have probably had an experience about making friends. And this character is a dinosaur, and her name is Penelope Rex, like a T-Rex, but her name is Penelope. And it's We Don't Eat Our Classmates. It is by Ryan T. Higgins. And I fell in love with this book, and I think you will too. Whenever I get a new book and it's a hardcover book and it has a dust cover on it, I like to take the dust cover off. That way I don't mash the dust cover as I read it. So I'm going to take this and just put it on the table by me. And so I'll let you look at the front of the book and then the back of the book. And that's kind of a hint, the back of the book, that goldfish. All right, and I'm going to start We Don't Eat Our Classmates. It says, it starts off, we don't eat our classmates. Hey kids, you will never be eaten by a T-Rex. They are extinct. I promise. That's what Penelope says. And here is Penelope. Penelope Rex was nervous. It's not every day a little T-Rex starts school. There she is. She's a little nervous starting school. And maybe you were nervous too when you were starting online school and Zooming, and I bet your families were nervous too. There's Penelope's room. Look, she has her name hanging up. She has her bookshelf. What are my classmates going to be like? Will they be nice? How many teeth will they have? This was very important. And I bet you had a lot of questions about your classmates. Will my friends be there? Will I get to Zoom with them? All right. Penelope's mom brought her a new backpack with ponies on it. Ponies were Penelope's favorite because ponies are delicious. Oh my. Penelope's dad packed her a lunch of 300 tuna sandwiches and 1 apple juice. That has to be a humongous lunchbox. Finally, the big day came. There's Penelope walking to school. And Penelope Rex was very surprised to find out that all of her classmates were... Let's find out what they were. Children! All of her classmates are children. So, she ate them because children are delicious. Penelope Rex, said Mrs. Noodleman, we don't eat our classmates. Please spit them out at once. So she did. You don't eat your classmates? Look at her mouth all full. Look, someone's tennis shoe is hanging out of her mouth like a piece of spaghetti. Yuck. Oh my. She spit them all out. Can you see? They are covered in T-Rex slobber. Blech. It was not the best way to start school. Still, Penelope was determined to have a good first day. Oh my. She made a big mistake. She tried hard to make friends at recess. Look, the children are going to slide into her mouth. I'm not sure that's a good way to make friends. She finger painted some of her best work. She's finger painting a T-Rex eating children. That's not good. She even saved Griffin Emery a seat at lunch. You can sit here. Look, she's pointing to her plate. You can sit on my plate so I can eat you. That's not how you make friends at school. Penelope started to notice everyone was making friends but her. How do you think Penelope's feeling right now? She's not making any friends. It was lonely. She looks very sad. I feel a little sorry for Penelope. I wonder, though, how the other kids feel, though. Do you think they're feeling a little scared of Penelope? Maybe that's why they don't want to make friends with her. Now she's home. When she got home, her dad asked about her first day of school. I didn't make any friends, Penelope cried. None of the children wanted to play with me. Oh, poor Penelope. Penelope Rex, her father asked, did you eat your classmates? Well, maybe sort of. Just a little bit. I don't think you can make friends if you eat your classmates. Sometimes it's hard to make friends, said her dad, especially if you eat them. You see, Penelope, children are the same as us on the inside, just tastier. That gave Penelope a lot to think about. All right, so she's thinking about all of those children, and maybe she shouldn't eat them. The next day, Penelope tried really hard. Look at that, really hard. But poor Penelope, she could not stop herself from eating her classmates. And then one of the students are yelling, Mrs. Noodleman, Penelope ate William Amato again. Oh no, look, William's tennis shoes hanging out. And they were all afraid of her. And then there's William. He got spit out and he has dinosaur slobber all over him. And they're all running away. They're just afraid of her. Except Walter. Walter was a goldfish. So Walter's a goldfish in the classroom. So Penelope tried to make friends with him. Will you be my friend? She's asking Walter, will you be my friend? And look, Penelope's reaching into the goldfish bowl. There she is, she's reaching in. And that gigantic word says, chomp. Oh my gosh. Penelope got chomped on by the goldfish. Walter chomped on Penelope's paw. Eee! Cried Penelope. He's eating my finger! Wow! Look at her, she's crying. And there he is. Walter's hanging on to her and it hurts. Uh-oh. Once Penelope found out what it was like to be someone's snack, she lost her appetite for children. She didn't like being eaten. Oh my gosh. Do you think Penelope learned her lesson? I hope so. She stopped eating her classmates, even when Cece Woodman spilled barbecue sauce all over herself. And soon, Penelope made friends. Found you, They were playing hide and seek. What? Want a brownie? I helped make them. So she is making lots of friends. Even though Cece had barbecue sauce, that must have been tempting. Now, even when children look especially delicious, she peeks at Walter and remembers what it's like when someone tries to eat you. Now she knows what it's like to be bit, and she doesn't like it. And Walter the goldfish stares right back at her and licks his lips. And look, Penelope is so frightened because Walter's going, and it scares her. Look at her. What do you think if she had a speech bubble? What do you think she's saying? No, don't bite me. Don't eat me. Stop, Walter. Because dinosaurs are delicious. And there's Penelope running away. She doesn't want to get eaten by Walter the goldfish. And that was the little hint on the back. Remember, we saw Walter. Well, I hope you enjoyed We Don't Eat Our Classmates. It was a book that I found at Barnes & Noble. Maybe I'll tell Mrs. C to get a copy of it for our library. Well, boys and girls, I enjoyed reading the story to you today. I will share another story next week. I'll give it to my video to Mr. Linker, and he will share it in your Google Classrooms again. And I hope that you have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you next week for another fun story time. Bye, Roadrunners.